Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Shifts by him, and it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
We're going to 53.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing, Prescott. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll run on first down. Elliott.
I know from past experience.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 33 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Marr, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Austin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Hey, kill.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 43 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Prescott off play action. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get... And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Let's go. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We go, Todd. Like 20.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. So don't say nothing.
Back.
On 2nd and 9, Goff throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. Goff finding Cooks on a big play, and even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal. Prescott under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Atama Reuben able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Toward the pylon, caught.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again is gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A carry by Henderson to start the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. And that's complete to Cooks.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. They'll find Everett there, complete.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely needed to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead is really nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Prescott. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Again, it's Elliott. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Let's go, baby.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff, 4th quarter, every drop. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got room.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to face a third down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Goff on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Goff. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing on third. Goff. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So they